This past year, I have come across many studies that showcase how the ketogenic diet can help with symptoms of autism spectrum disorder. And I believe that there is now enough evidence to show us how we can tweak the ketogenic diet into an autism diet. But who am I anyway? Well, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Talita from Shrinking with Keto. And throughout my ketogenic journey, I have lost over 190 pounds and reversed my type 2 diabetes. Now, throughout this journey, I have helped and coached plenty of people reach their goal. And I hope I can help you as well. Now, before we go on any further, I want to give you a full disclaimer that I'm not a nurse, nor a doctor, nor a medical professional of any kind. Every single piece of information that I provide you with in my videos is based on my own very extensive research, and it is meant for you to use as informational purposes only. In a more recent study of 2021, the ketogenic diet was administered to patients with autism spectrum disorder and concluded, and I quote, "An increasing number of studies has now demonstrated that the ketogenic diet improved autistic behavior." We reviewed the neuroprotective role of the ketogenic diet in patients with autism syndrome disorder, which is likely mediated via improvements in energy metabolism, reduction in antioxidant stress levels, control of neurotransmitters, and inhibition of mTOR signaling pathways, and finally from the modulation of gut microbiota. And it concludes by saying that a ketogenic diet is likely a safe and effective treatment for autism spectrum disorder. Now, all these studies point that the ketogenic diet can help improve social behavior in autism spectrum disorder via normalizing GABA, improving mitochondrial function, ameliorating inflammatory activity and oxidative stress in the brain, inhibiting the mTOR signaling pathways, and finally, through the gut microbiota. Now, a typical ketogenic diet usually consists of 70 to 75% fat, 20 to 25% protein, and no more than 5% in carbohydrates. Now, these macros and percentages should be modified for somebody that wants to use a ketogenic diet to fight autism spectrum disorder. You should try to aim as high as 80 to 90% in fats. Now, this is very similar to the 4:1 ratio, 4 times as fat as to protein and carbohydrates, that is used to treat the symptoms of epilepsy. Now here, I want us to be very, very careful with the quality of the fats that you are going to be eating. When it comes to treating autism spectrum disorder, it's very important that we look out for the inflammatory markers in our body. And if you use vegetable oils and hydrogenated fats such as margarine or processed meats, then this could have an inflammatory response in your body, and it would be defeating the purpose of this diet in the first place to help you with autism spectrum disorder. Instead, as fats, you can actually prefer olive oil, avocado oil, butter, or ghee. But I would like you to use 20 to 25% of your daily fats with MCT oil. Now, MCT oil is medium chain triglycerides, and it is immediately converted in your body to ketone bodies. And it floods your brain with these ketone bodies that is what we want by following this autism diet in the first place. Another thing that we need to closely look at is that your carbohydrate intake does not exceed 20 grams of carbs a day. It is very important that in order to be in this deep state of ketosis, in order to use ketosis and turn it into an autism diet for medical purposes, we need to have the combination of very low glucose levels and high fat. It is very important to keep our glucose levels low. Therefore, we cannot exceed the 20 grams of carbohydrates a day. And finally, the last modification you want to make to the ketogenic diet in order to turn it into an autism diet is that you want to make sure that you're going gluten-free. Now, you're probably wondering, if I have to eat 80% fat, if I have to keep my carbohydrates under 20 grams, and if all this has to be gluten-free, what am I going to eat? I got you. Now, I'm going to go over through a list of foods that you could freely consume on a ketogenic diet modified for it to be an autism diet. But before we get into this list, let me interrupt you for a second. If this is the first time you're seeing this pretty face, let's make sure it's not the last. So please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and ring that bell icon so that YouTube can let you know every single time I make a new video for you. And please feel free to ask me anything you want down in the comment section below, and I will try my best to answer every single one of your questions. Fatty meats such as red meat, steak, ham, sausages, and bacon are great for the autism diet. Once again, please look at the quality of this meat. I would like it ideally to be grass-fed, grass-finished meat because we do not want to cause inflammatory responses in our body. And please stay away from processed meats. Fatty fish, eggs, butter, and cream, and unprocessed cheese, such as cheddar, goat, blue, and even mozzarella. Nuts and seeds, healthy oils, avocados, and low-carb veggies. Mostly green veggies, but some tomatoes, onions, and peppers are okay. Now, all of these make it on the list of the autism diet. Now, linked in the description below, you will find many studies on the ketogenic diet and autism spectrum disorder if you would like to go on with further reading. Also linked in the description below, you're going to find my choice of books when it comes to the ketogenic diet or in general the autism diet and the autism spectrum disorder. Now, if you have gotten any value out of this video, I will kindly ask you to press the thumbs up button as this helps YouTube take this content and push it out to more people that need it, just like you. So there you have it, a quick overview of the ketogenic diet when it comes to autism spectrum disorder and a list of foods that you can have. And as always, chin up, or the crown slips.